going to take you through a few very, very basic stomach and back exercises. So these are primarily going to be for our trunk region, both in the front and both in the back. So basically, whether you have neck problems, back problems, shoulder problems, the bottom line is that we want our trunk to be strong and we want to allow ourselves to be in an erect posture. So the exercises I'm going to show you are general exercises. They can be tweaked or changed according to your individual needs, but I'm going to show you a group of exercises that I think for most people can be very beneficial with keeping your trunk strong. So we're going to start off with very basic pelvic exercises. Lots of us are very tight around this region. So a pelvic tilt is something as simple as pulling in your stomach muscles like this, and notice how my pelvis tilts and the round part of my back goes down. So just allowing yourself to hold that a few seconds and then allow yourself to release. So notice this is not a movement that I'm doing with my legs, but a movement that I'm doing with my stomach, and release. And you could also add what they call Kegel exercises together with that. So Kegel exercise is a pulling in from the pelvic floor up into this region. So what you can do is, before you start the pelvic exercise, you pull in, so that's a pulling in from the pelvic floor, from your bottom. Both men and women can do this. Pulling in, and then doing the pelvic tilt, and then allowing it to release. And keeping in mind that as you do these, you want your upper part of your body to be relaxed, and you want to incorporate your breathing. Okay, so that's a simple pelvic tilt. If you'd like, you can also add a slight pelvic tilt and a little bit of a hip hike on one side, and then down, and a little bit of a hip hike on the other side, and then down, and then repeating, and then down, and then repeating, and then down. So that's just a basic pelvic tilt to get the lower part of your region a little bit more movable. Okay? So now I'm going to show you just very, very basic stomach exercises. So when you do a stomach exercise, you want to lift up, keeping this space of your chin to your chest. So you can either put two hands behind your head, or you can put one hand down and one hand below if you like. And you're just going to lift ever so slightly, tightening in these muscles, keeping this space between your chest, and then go down. And you're going to continue to do them, but this time you're going to do them without a rest. So it will look like this. Okay, and you're going to do that for roughly 20 to 40 repetitions. Okay, you can also add, and again, you can either have both hands here or down, or one hand up and down. You can also add an exercise which gets now your oblique muscles. So it's very similar. It's going to be an up and a turn and down, and a turn and down, and a turn and down. So it will look like this. Okay, so again, you're going to do about 20 reps on each side with those. So now you're going to add something for your lower stomach. So you're going to bring your knees up one at a time, and you're going to hold in this position, being at roughly 90 degrees, and you're going to bring your knees towards your chest, like this, forward, and then back to 90, and then forward, and then back to 90. And again, breathing. So keeping in mind when you do these exercises that you're pulling the stomach in and utilizing your breath. And these are meant for just basic stomach exercises. So while I'm on my back, I'm going to demonstrate a very nice stretch for what's called the piriformis, one of the muscles that sits in your pelvic region. So you're going to cross one leg over the other. You're going to hold on to your bottom leg. Your shoulders are relaxed, and you're just going to hold and breathe, nice and easy. And keeping in mind that this is a stretch This is not strengthening exercises, so you're just holding and breathing. And then of course what we do on one side, we always do on the next. And then holding and breathing. And then release. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and turn on my stomach. And I'm going to show you very, very basic exercises for the upper back and lower back. And we're going to start with very simple exercises. And one thing you're going to do when you lift your head up, it is not going to be like this, it's going to be like this. Okay? So you want to maintain the alignment of your neck with the rest of your back. So the first one is going to be just the arms, and it's going to work the upper part of the back. So you're going to lift up slightly, and you're just going to move your hands together like this, and you're going to breathe. And relax. Okay? And the next one's going to be, you're going to bring your arms here, and you're going to lift the upper part of your head and your arms together. So it's going to look like this. And then relax. And you're going to do them about 20 times. So now you're going to lift the head and the lower part of the body and the opposite arm and leg. So it's going to look like this. And then relax. And then you're going to just lift the legs up without the upper body. And it's going to look like this. And you're going to keep in mind with all of these exercises that you utilize your breath. So keep in mind that some of them you can also do in this manner. If you're somebody that does not like to stay on your stomach when you do exercises, you can bring one arm up and you can actually lift up in this manner with breath. And then of course you would switch. And again, roughly 20 reps each. You can also do a stretch that might feel nice, like this, with breath. And you can also move into a stretch like this. And in addition, once you utilize your stomach and back muscles, you can allow yourself to sit in a seated position where you keep your legs straight and your upper body straight, and you lift up and again go down and breathe. And it may also look like this. And those of you that are more flexible, you may find yourself all the way towards your feet. Again, breathing and without bouncing. You may also find that this position would be helpful. Bringing one leg here and reaching across with both arms, and again breathing. With no bouncing. You can also, if you like, bring one arm above, getting more the side of your trunk, and breathing over. And again, you're going to spend a little bit more time than I am, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to lead you through. And then again, lifting up and moving forward, breathing, nice and easy. And then if you like, bringing one arm up and over, breathing nice and easy. And keeping in mind that when you're doing stretching exercises, those are always done after the strengthening one. So you can also, if you like, lay down, bringing your knees to your chest, breathing nice and easy. And then allow yourself to be finished.